Hello book lovers, hope you all are doing great. As promised in my previous video, in this video I will talk about the characters of Les Miserables in detail. So let's get straight to the point. Our story starts in a very suspenseful way. There is a man who is going door to door, restaurant to restaurant, but no one is offering him shelter or food. He has the money. He is the main character of our story, Jean Valjean. Victor Hugo believed that human beings are neither pure positive people, good people, nor they are pure evil people. They can become anyone depending on the circumstances. This is the very ideology that he wants to replicate or present in the form of the character of Jean Valjean. He was a very honest man in the start. He was supporting his family, but one day he ran out of money and food. So that's why he had to store a piece of bread. But he get caught. So that's why he was sent to the jail. Now, he wants to ask the question to society and to us that whether it was a good idea or not. He was sent to the jail, but there he started hating the society. He developed a hate. He had no one to support his family and he used to think about them, and he blamed the society, the people and law of the lands who has caused this misfortune for him. Next, he tries to run away. But he is not a regular criminal. He is caught again and he end up spending 14 years into the galleys or the jail. Once he is out in the society, how does the society treats him? The society again rejects him, and the hatred that was growing inside him is getting more fueled. Now he has become the perfect evil person, a criminal. But here he brings in Jean Valjean is confronted with a priest. So Victor Hugo brings in the institution of rehabilitation in the form of the priest. He also tries to steal from the priest, but is caught again. Obviously, he is not a regular criminal. He is good at heart. So, what does the priest does? He does not punish him. Rather, he gives him the silver that he stole, and he gives him the responsibility and says, okay, you take this silver, but do a good thing with it. Now, Jean Valjean, who has all his life only heard the words of hate and contempt, has first time in his life heard the words of love and peace. That has changed everything inside Jean Valjean. He is confronted with his ideology. He used to hate the society, but now there is a person standing in front of him who belongs to this society and he is doing good to him. So all his hatred is at once extinguished, but now there is a void. So he becomes a kind of crazy person. He runs away into the field. That portion is very beautifully written in the book. He sits down under the moonlight and he contemplates, he thinks that what should he do next. And at that very moment, actually Victor Hugo is asking us to think as well, that whether it was a wise thing to send an innocent man or for his little crime and create a criminal out of him, or was priest a better person who appreciated him and he showed love towards him, and that has changed, created a revolution in a criminal like Jean Valjean. So here we stop the character of Jean Valjean and we are introduced a new character in the form of Fantine. Now Fantine presents another kind of human misery. Even today we know that women empowerment is still a goal to achieve in many countries of the world, even in the Western world. And in the Eastern world still we believe that she cannot have a bastard child, or she cannot have a relationship without marriage. So these questions are challenged in the book in the form of Fantine character. So Fantine was a very young woman. She's very beautiful, but then she ends up with a child, Cosette, who is her daughter, and she is a bastard child. Her husband or boyfriend leaves her. So she has no other choice but to give up her child in the custody of an unknown group of people who are the Thenardiers. Now the Thenardiers represent the class of human beings who are pure evil, pure greed. They actually feed on the suffering of other people, and even if you present them with good gestures, with love, they will still remain the same. So Victor Hugo is trying to say that human beings are not just 0 or 1, they are not binary. They can come up with different things. So you have to think of a human society from different angles. So that's what he's all trying to say and trying to portray. So Fantine, she gives up her child, she gives him the Cosette into the custody of Thenardiers, believing that they will take care of her, and signs a kind of pact that she will keep sending in the money and you just raise Cosette. And she moves ahead to a new city where it is famous that a new industrialist came and he has now become the mayor of the city as well. And he is using industrialization factories to support and to uplift the class of people which are miserable or the lower class. So here Hugo is trying to point out that industrialization and factories are actually not bad, and if done in the right way, they can actually uplift the people, the lower class people. And similar thing happened in the case of Fantine. She goes there and then she starts earning good money, and she is now happy that she's supporting her child, and she's also living a good life herself as well. But then we are introduced with a new kind of human emotion which is very common in every society, that is jealousy. Her co-workers become jealous of Fantine because she's beautiful, she's earning money, so they start finding faults in her, and one of the co-worker finds out that she actually has a bastard child, and she immediately reports it to the manager. Now the manager, without thinking about the consequences and without consulting with the mayor or the head of the factory, fires Fantine. Here again Hugo presents a very new kind of dilemma which is new in the book, but we all know that Fantine now starts hating the mayor because she thinks that she has lost the job and now she has to even take up prostitution, she has to sell her teeth, she has to cut her hair in order to support herself and her child, and she blames the mayor for it. But on the other hand, the mayor, he doesn't know about it. So this is a kind of confusion that still happens in workplaces, yeah? We all have seen it, we all have witnessed it. So then the story moves on. There are different details which I will not talk about because I want you to read the book, and when you will read it, you will see that how beautifully this whole book is written. And then the important scene which I really liked was that Hugo is creating a scene and he wants us to see it from two different angles. Now there is Javert, who is a police officer, and he believes that law must be implemented in any case, whether the crime is small or even big, it doesn't matter actually. And the same scene is witnessed by the mayor, who is a person who is very good at heart. So the scene is that Fantine is now a prostitute, and an elite person from the French society tries to harass Fantine. She is already so pissed off, so she punches him back. And Javert, according to the land of the law, believes that Fantine must be arrested straight away. So he goes and arrests Fantine. While the mayor, he sees it from another angle. He sees that actually Fantine is the one who is the victim, and rather the elite guy must be arrested. So he goes into the office police station and argues with Javert. Javert is obviously he's reluctant to release Fantine. And then Victor Hugo says that you should become a hero like mayor, and you should then use your authority to support the victim. So similar thing happens, and mayor, using his authorities, asks Javert to release Fantine. Now Fantine, on the other hand, and she believed that mayor is cause of all this misery, and she is shocked. She tells him that you were the guy who fired me, and I'm now in this bad situation because of you, but now you are helping me, so I'm surprised. The mayor, on the other hand, and is shocked to know that, because he didn't know it at first, and he's so much ashamed, so he promises Fantine that, okay, I will make up to you, I will bring back your daughter, I will restore your job, and right now you are sick, so let's go home and I'll take care of it. So I will stop here and I'll ask you guys a question, that who do you think is this mayor guy? If you have watched the overview video and you have been watching my videos, I think you can guess it. So let me know in the comment box, and till then, wait for my next video when I explain what happens next. Stay tuned.